drink left something on my lips that looks a little something like white residue.
I'm not hearing a word you're saying.
Oh.
All I got's the theme song in my ear. What are you drinking? Something on your lips? That always reminds me. It says oinkos, like oink, oink.
Oh.
Yes. I'm drinking out of the silver chalice today.
Chalice? Why are you drinking out of the silver chalice? Hello,
Chalice
Megan.
of love.
Hello, Megan. Radio
Show. Let's play with some stuff here. There we go.
Radio. No.
It's the all around
Down radio show. Radio.
Let's get right to it.
Let's
Heck
just
with the
do
theme
it.
song. Let's jump in with both feet. Literally.
Okay.
How you been?
I've been wonderful. How about you?
Oh, I had a great week last week of music and birthday celebrations, and it was so much
Yeah, I was
fun.
going to say, you had some epic B-Day celebrations.
Oh, man. Your place was off the chain good that night. It was so much fun.
That
So many
was a
musicians.
fun night.
It really was. We had a great
Yeah.
time. I had, chocolate pie. What else could you want? I mean,
Dude,
music.
that pie that Bill brought.
Oh, wasn't that good?
Yes, and after my and after my 75-day hard, I'm going to be eating that.
Yes.
Carla, it was so nice to meet you. We still didn't give you your present.
No, we didn't, did we? Well, I haven't got mine yet because I'm still waiting. But yeah, there we go. Carla gave me some nice presents. You see them behind me.
God,
There's a little glare back here. There's a glare on us in the back, I think, right now. And then this one right here, the jam folks. That is so nice, Carla. Thank you. I put them up today just to show them, but I hate that glare on that one. You can't see us.
So nice of you, Carla.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. Oh, wow. Too much glare.
Besties.
That's us right there. We go together like peas and carrots. We do.
Peas and carrots.
We do. Hey, so I just, now that I have you on here live, thank you for Thursday and Kevin Cooper for getting all the musicians there.
Yeah, he worked his butt off.
Yeah, that was epic. And thank you to Megan Miller for not showing up. Let's see. Ed Sawicki was there though. I'm gonna ride Megan like a bad piece of road here.
I think she had her kids though, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't care. I'm her friend. I'd come to her birthday party. I would have, but
let's just hate on Megan today.
Let's do it. That's our topic today. Welcome to Hot Topic Tuesday, where we all day hate on Megan. Tina Reed Ramsey finally in the house from O'Connor's. Thank you. Chad's here.
Hi, Kevin. Cutie patootie.
I got to hang out with Chad, by the way, over the weekend at Gina and Johnny. I got to see him there, and also got to see him obviously at the Bell. But he brought his daughter with him to Gina. What a beauty! What a beautiful girl, and very, very sharp, intelligent, smart.
She's all around a wonderful person. Hi, Gina. Hi, Rob. I'm so glad that they had fun. That was a fun time doing those teen shows. I love it.
I've got to get down for one of those. I want to see that because that is what you're doing there is fantastic. Give it a stage. It is. Who else we got here?
Hi, Bestie. Hi, Erica.
Roger. There's Roger. He suggested we talked about today, which is better, White Castle or McDonald's earlier on the page. Thank you for that, Roger. It wasn't Roger Bates. It was the other Roger. I'm sorry. Roger Bates did not suggest that. But he's here. Hi, Heather. The Coop.
Megan, I want you to know that I know that you're turning 40 next month, and the large table has been reserved for you for the last 6 months for your Thursday birthday, just so you know.
I won't be there.
Oh, you have your kids?
I'm gonna have kids before then, just so I don't have to be there. How's that? How's that sound? Oh wow. Hey, speaking of kids, Kevin Toll says, "Hello, kids. How are you?" Hi, Kevin. What's going on, buddy? Oh, look, Emily is here. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Can I do a formal apology to Emily too while I'm on here?
Oh,
Emily,
yeah.
I know I told you I would be at the Bell show for Archer's Gate, but when your boss Heather there at Heather's throws you a bash, you gotta go, and I did, and I had a blast. Don't get me wrong there at Heather's, but I sure missed out on a great show. It looked like with Archer's Gate. You and I haven't even had a chance to talk about it. I meant to ask you that when we were on the phone the other day.
Yeah, it was pretty
next level.
Yeah, it was pretty epic, man. It was pretty epic. She's
Next
amazing.
level.
The whole band was really, really kind. They were really wonderful to work with. Like, I'm excited to have them back.
That's cool to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
They were professionals, man. And man, she looks good.
Emily, her voice. I was living through videos, and man, wow. I got to hear her sing in person with my friends from Stranger one night just for one song, but wow. Wow. Wow, what a voice. What a voice.
No
well,
problem.
now that we're done hating on Megan a little bit.
Let me put it out there.
Send me the date of your birthday party at the Bell, will you, Megan, so I can decline. Thanks. All right. Let's keep moving. Oh God. I'm just gonna tear her up for that. I missed you, Megan. I did. I know you had something going on.
We love Megan.
But yes, we do. I love Megan.
Love everybody.
Like that little sister you used to beat on. That's kind of the way I feel about Megan. No, when you were younger. September 18th. I got to put that in the calendar. I do. All right.
Everybody put September 18th in your calendar. We want everybody to show up for Megan.
Epic party.
Yeah.
For Megan. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Ceris, we had a write-in topic today. We got to get to it here. Write-in topic to the show. Some people may have seen it on our page. Asking us and they appreciate, I think, us doing the hot topics and the negativity sometimes and the bad people and all that. But they wanted us to talk about, and Dave wrote that into us. Thank you, Dave. The positives that local bands are doing that are good things. And I think it's a good topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's see if we can get a list of, the most important good things that the bands out there are doing. And I'll kick it off with one. I mean, if you want, one of my big things is that they're strengthening the community, the music community, by supporting each other. And I think that's very important, because any band that stands in the back of the room with their arms crossed judging another band can go piss off. Support each other and step in. And if somebody's guitar cable breaks and you got one in the car, go get it for them, and hand it to them, and be that person who pays it forward a little bit. Those kind of things that, I think it's important. And there's so much of that going on, especially what I saw like Thursday night at the Bell. My goodness. And you didn't catch yesterday's show when I was doing the recap. I told you that night, but to watch Melissa Singer-Reed cheer on Chelsea Calloway, who's playing with her band, basically deviate on the stage. And Melissa's over there at the side just absolutely rooting for Chelsea. And Chelsea had to follow Melissa. That's a hard act to follow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that. I'd be shaking in my shoes if I had to sing after Melissa. But she was standing over there and supporting and cheering for her. And it was it was certainly worthy of a cheer, because Chelsea did a great job. And and I hadn't heard Chelsea sing in a long time. So it was fun to have her there. And so many musicians. Rick Kern was in the house. It doesn't get any more rock royalty.
Don't tell Rick this. Nobody tell Rick.
Don't tell Rick. Okay.
But one of my favorite days are the days that when Rick Kern gets on stage. But
he can do anything. They had him do Mr. Crowley, the Ozzy tune, and he didn't even know it. He's reading the lyrics off an iPad or something, or his phone there, and just nailed it. Like he had sung that song for 100 years. It was so good.
He's great. And the community is definitely one of the big things. Like I loved when Under the Sun played Bell last time and Rick Quern joined them for a song. I mean, it was just amazing. I love that about our community. I love that I get to witness so many bands that may have, I mean, they all play on the same days. There's only, so many days that you have this full band, but they still all come together on certain nights, and they've all become so close that they've become friends as well. I mean, that's another one really big thing that I love about our music community is the friendships that they've made,
And you see them posting pictures. They're out on a night off, out supporting another band, and they're wearing their T-shirts and they're doing all that stuff. Toy Hobbs started that a long time ago with the T-shirt wearing thing, and he got that going like with big momentum. I just think it's cool, and that's my number one thing that bands are doing right is supporting each other. I mean, that's my number one.
Ed said it. Two of the great female vocalists in Cincinnati showed up on Saturday to support Emily and her band, Archer's Gate. You know what I mean? Like and I'm not trying to bring negativity in it. It's just so funny. Like I laugh at it because there's this person, Donnie, who likes to bash everybody in order to raise other people up. And he was like getting upset with a word that somebody used in reference to how this person thought Emily did great, which she did. And we're just all sitting back, and all of these female musicians and musicians in general are just supporting each other. And he's quite literally trying to tear them, like just trying to like be negative all around. And I'm just like, why? They were there to support Emily because I mean, I just can't wait for the three of them to do something together because that's going to be incredible, personally speaking.
And I get cheering on your favorites. I do. I champion my favorites too. I have people I love and I support and I really promote and all that. But you don't have to tear anybody else down in the process.
No, because guess what?
It's stupid.
They're all amazing at what they do, and they're all different at what they do, and it's just it's a joy, and it's funny. They all support each other too. So, I mean, I would hope. I don't know. That's just it was great. See.
Some people like anchovies, some people don't. You know what I memean? It's a matter of taste and what you like in an artist. And some artists will just wow you. And I can't say that enough. I mean, we were sitting there, Chad and Heather and I were sitting down at Heather's on Saturday for Gina and Johnny. And she looked over at me and she says, like the hair's standing up on her arm, listening to Gina sing. And I'm with you, and songs that bring a tear to your eye because she's so good. That's personal preference. Some people may not like it. They may say, oh, she's all right, or whatever. That's fine.
The first time I heard Gina, it brought tears to my eyes. It made hair stand. That's why I was like, all right, new project. That woman's never leaving my stage.
Yeah, don't let her leave the Bell. Chain her to the wall. So she has
chain her to the fucking wall. Yeah, man. Yes. I think it was just beautiful to see all these musicians come to support. And it was also one of the first times we've had. And I noticed like they threw in some cover songs as well, and they are an original band, and their original music is phenomenal. Like I don't even think they didn't necessarily need to throw in the covers. They did that for me because I asked, just because I needed a longer show, and also they know my audience, so they were so professional that they included some pretty amazing cover songs too in their show, and they just killed it. But their original music was just incredible. Everything about them was incredible, and I can't wait to have them back on my stage, man. I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing.
And I can't wait to see a full show. I mean, I watched the videos, and I'm just like, I want to see it in person because the videos, are always just the back of the room type thing. I want to be right there up close and personal and hear her sing, because if anybody puts on a great stage performance, Emily does. I mean, it's quite obvious that people love her.
She's a great stage performer.
It's awesome. And so much going on. Guys, we're looking for your comments about what you think bands are doing right today. Not we're not looking for the negative today, but what are bands doing that's right? And I brought up the first one. It's obviously the community and supporting each other. But I have some things where bands support each other through creativity and people sharing things. It's not like if somebody, my friend Hollywood turned me onto this poster my wall thing that I was using to make all my ads and so on. And he gladly gave that to me, just said, here, look at this. It's fantastic. And, and I've shared that with other bands and they're using it now. And it's just one of those things that if you can support each other in any way you can, whether it's, we know somebody that does great t-shirt work or whatever, Ceris, you've done that with people that support you at the bar. And I think that's really cool in the community that we can not only foster creativity, but also support each other through ideas and not being, it's my idea, it's all mine. Because there's enough thievery out there. We know that. Yes. But, and really anybody that copies what you're doing should be a compliment to you.
And yep.
I mean, I think that if they're copying what you're doing, then it's really paying you a compliment that you're doing something right.
Always.
Even though we sometimes get a little, we're like,
well, sometimes it's just so like, I think it's not so much the copying, it's the complete disregard or the like, I came up with this really great idea. It's exactly the same as this other bar's, but it was my idea. Dude, stop. Don't do that. That's just silly. You know what I mean? I think it's just the way people do it. It's just tacky.
I'm a prime example. I'll tell you, if I see something that looks great or whatever, I'm going to steal it and use it. I mean, I usually ask the person, but if you've come up with something that's like a knock it out of the park type promotion or something, I'm going to be there trying to be a part of that or get that in my wheelhouse too, because nothing out there anymore really is original.
Nope.
You can write your own song and Warner Music will kick it off Facebook because they say you're using the melody of some other song, whether you even meant to or not. It's just, there's not a whole lot that's like they came up with the zinger, the right. Original thought. It's somebody's tagged on to something. So hi, Dirk. And hi, Dirk. Ed's comment there. That was the one you were talking about. All right. I'm behind. Hi, Jill. And who else? Scott Bennett in the house. Abe's Lincoln's here. Okay. Made our page.
Excited to have them say the bell soon.
They are great guys too. Abe's Lincoln. You will have so much fun with them.
Good people, man. I'm done with the bad people.
The good vibes.
The good vibes only. That's my goal, to keep business going with just good vibes. I think it's possible.
And there's Emily saying, glad to finally meet Gina and Angela. If anything positive comes out of doing a show like that, when people show up and you get to meet them that you've heard about, it's awesome. It is. I mean, I had a chance to introduce Heather at Heather's to the Bell Riders, the motorcycle group that was there, and they all got a chance to say hi. And that was so cool, and Erica and all of them there. And just so they could put a face with the name, as we talk about her a lot on the show, and it's cool.
Yeah.
And come on, guys, we need some comments here. If you have something positive a band's doing, please drop it in there.
I love when there's a lot that I like that bands do, but because it all has to do with supporting other bands. So that's why I'm trying to think of something, like each little thing that I was going to say is something that goes to supporting other bands. So I'm trying to think of like other things. I love how, is this kind of, it's not directly just for the bands, but the sound guys. So like, I'm going to just put these guys in a group because I have the pleasure of working with all three of these guys. And now Connie's one of them who's getting involved too. But the Mark Bransford, the Jeff Vance, and Mojo, I love how they I just love how all three of them sort of work really well together. Like I know that Jeff Vance and Mojo, they kind of cover for each other and you just know you can trust them. And I know that I can always trust, like they'll just show up and help whenever there's help needed. Like I I know Mojo was. I felt so bad, but he was on the date with his lovely, lovely lady.
You
And
mean
there
Mongo?
Yeah, sorry, Mongo. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Mongo.
Came to the Mojo show.
Yeah, sorry.
He did.
Yeah, came to the Mojo show to help after his date, and just not a complaint, just came to help and took care of it. And it was just, I love how those guys are just so kind and generous with their time, and they work so well together.
John Michael, thank you for that. Collaborative is the secret sauce. It is. And I love when musicians collaborate and they invite somebody to come play with them for the evening, and you get this wild, fun thing on stage where it's not, you're not used to seeing that. And that's really cool. That's what's cool about the jam, because you never know who's going to be up there playing songs with each other. I mean, I think that's an awesome thing.
So, Emily just had another comment, one after that, where she said, one thing is to always acknowledge who is playing a show with you. And when you're the headliner, I like to pre-listen to their music and learn a little bit about them, know their faces prior to the show, so that the night of I know who they are. And so I think if you've ever heard me on this show before, I love a band that does their research. I love a band. I am more likely to hire a band that has done their research and knows answers. Like, I get, I don't know why, but it irritates the shit of me. That it irritates me so much when somebody's like, "Well, I've never been to your venue, but I heard it was a great place, and I figured I'd be a good fit." And it's like a 2-piece jazz band.
No, we've just heard you have a crowd. That's what we've heard, you know?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I love jazz, but that's probably not a good fit for the Bell and the Bear. And how would you know that? You would know that if you did a little bit of research. Like, I just think it's really important as in any job to do your research and to know what you're doing, who you're playing for, how they do it. I just think it's, today it's funny, a band called The Bar asking, and Vanessa was like, we dropped off a CD, we want to make sure that she gets it. And she goes, well, I'll tell you, I know this for certain, that Ceris predominantly does her booking through Facebook because she wants to go see the page, because that's where the majority of her promotions is, because whether we like it or not, that's how we advertise and things like that. Because that's where most of our customers are. And they said, well, we don't have a Facebook page. And she goes, well, I would suggest that you make one, because again, well, we're not going to do that, but she can come to our show on this day.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So I really like when people do their research.
Dirk, that's a great comment too. And oftentimes it's very important for a band to connect with their regulars. It is, but it's also important for you to identify people in your audience that you may have never seen before, to go up and introduce yourself to them. I think that's hugely important, because you may make a friend for life there, somebody who's going to follow your band and come see you play, all by that little minute of interaction that goes on. So many bands, I know you got to take a break. I know you want to get away sometimes, but you really should take advantage of your break time to interact with the crowd that's there to see you, because they're the ones paying the bill. I mean, that to me is the quintessential thing for a band to do, is to get out there and meet your audience.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad, for that.
Bragging on another band. Correct, Scott. There is no downside to bragging on another band. I agree, man. I love that. What's some more things, guys? What's some more great things that bands are doing? I'm
looking here through the comments too. I'll try to get them up there. And Connie, you're rocking it out too. Connie, I love Connie. Can I just say that?
So do I.
She's a wonderful human, and I think she's going to be the up and coming sound person in town. She's going to get trained by the best, and she is being trained by the best. And it's cool. It really is. And
she also makes great cookies.
And Dirk, thank you for that. And yes, Connie does make good cookies. And Connie, how was that pie, by the way? She had a piece of that pie too. I will say Dirk, my goal every time I go out to see a band is to make connections. And I'm sure you've seen me doing it. If somebody's sitting with me that came from Dayton to Cincinnati, I'm going to make sure they get a chance to say hi to the people that are there in Cincinnati and vice versa. I mean, that's my thing. And all I do is make the introduction and then kind of back out, just let them talk or whatever they want to do. And that's a cool thing. And I've seen people connect. It's like Dirk and Chad and people like that who are now talking with each other and supporting each other. It's really cool to see. Hi, Kent. He says Archer's Gate rocked the bell. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Brandy,
I've got another one.
Talking about, one of their first one was bands that support other brands. How about bands that support band members when they're going through something hard? I think that also is very nice. And
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And what's Connie got to say? Her big one here. Okay, let's see what that says. Wow, that's cool. That's a great story, Connie. Thank you for that. And yeah, anytime you can network or connect with people, it's just a shot in the arm. I mean, it's a great thing. And the other thing, Karis, I was going to bring up that I think is positive. I'm seeing a lot of community engagement with bands that are putting together events. And like when you have an event at your place and they come together to play for that event, that's good for them too. I mean, it's exposure, obviously, to be on the stage at a major fundraising event or whatever, but there seems to be a lot of support for that. And people aren't saying no when they very well could say, I'm just going to stay home on a Sunday. I don't want to, but yet they're pitching in. And every time you give back, and I'm a firm believer in this, every time you give back to someone in some way, shape, or form, it's going to pay forward to you too. I mean, it's going to pay forward to people. It's going to come back to be good for you. And I don't do those events and that the ones I do for free, I don't do those events for any notoriety or anything. I do those events because you're supporting a cause for people who are doing a lot more than you are sometimes out there to help people. So that's just Scott's opinion, but I think that's doing right by local bands means recognizing the value of local music too. I mean, because without the venues, there is no local music scene. Everybody's going to be playing on the corner with a bucket.
I'm very thankful for the bands that give back their time because I throw a lot of charity events. So I'm
yes, you do.
And it doesn't go unnoticed. And I'm very thankful. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Brandy, that makes my heart smile. She said that the entire Rockstar band, some of Retroactive and some of Cassette Junkies showed up to her brother's service.
That is very nice.
That's so sweet. That makes me happy, baby girl.
And Brandy, we're all thinking of you, honey. I know you had a tough weekend, and definitely. So,
I also really, and I shared his post. Trios gave Brandy's band the night off, and I thought that was really beautiful. And I shared his post, and because I thought, man, that is stand up, man. I hope that was stand up. That was beautiful.
And Brandon Harvey, no truer words than that either. When someone genuinely cares about you, when you're going through something, that they show their support to, and that you're 100% right. And we all go through things. I mean, I've been through a rough patch this year, and I will tell you that I had a lot of people supporting me. And without those people in your corner, you end up in the corner by yourself, just kind of wallowing in your pity. And that's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good for anybody. Friends mean a lot. They really do.
Yeah. Last year and this little bit of beginning of this year were tough ones, but I am extremely grateful for the people in my corner.
Grateful to the friends you have in your life. I mean, the people that are always there for you, no matter what happens.
You don't have to ask. They were just there. They were just there.
Thank you, Tim Anderson. Yeah. I I think we're on the right track with this, and it's kind of the positive Tuesday show today. But just basically, if your band's doing something right out there, drop it in the comments. If you think or a band that's doing something right, drop it in there. I know that people support each other by filling in and playing and those kind of things when somebody's sick or this or that, but there's a whole lot more behind the scenes that you see going on in this music community of people like, and I'll use Kevin Cooper as an example. You threw the ball at Kevin Cooper the other day and he caught it and then knocked it out of the park on Thursday night for my little shindig down there. I mean, he brought musicians in that I never would have expected to be there playing that night.
Yeah.
Never. And he just ran with it.
I have to tell you how lucky I am that I have Kevin Cooper in my corner, because that's how it's been to work with him for the last 7 years. I don't know, he's just, you say, Kevin, I need your help. He's like, oh, I'm ready on it. Ready, got it, done. And he just does it. Like it's a joy. It is an absolute joy.
Interesting. I'm looking at Evelyn's comment here. What?
Scotty Bratcher's.
Oh, let me get to Evelyn's and we'll get to Scotty.
It'd be great if we could start bands earlier, but it's a matter of, are people going to come to the shows earlier in the summer? They start their days earlier. So those outdoor bands, they usually start at 7 or 8. And then you got those indoor shows that are trying to compete with those outdoor bands. So you have to keep your shows a little bit later to compete with those outdoor shows. So it's just never black and white. Then you've got some of the breweries that are starting earlier from 7 to 10. So then you need to take advantage of the fact that you don't want too much time between, you don't want to start too early, because then you're going to miss your opportunity to get those people that are coming after the brewery. There is no easy answer. Do we all want to be at home and in bed by midnight? Sure, absolutely. But we're trying to compete with 10 million different venues, and the time is the time. And, especially in the summer for indoor venues.
Yeah, and most of those outdoor events end pretty early. I mean,
they do. So you need
unless
to
it's like the Catholic festival or something that goes till midnight or 1 o'clock. But for the most part, any of those municipal events that they're having are 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 at the latest. And so you got to grab that. You
got to grab that. And you got to make sure you do it in enough time. That's why we try to stick around the 8:30 mark, because that's kind of like, all right, the people that are at shows that are ending at 10 or 10:30, they're going to miss, it's hard to navigate. And in the summer, we got to kind of start later because of the competition of shows. So that's why we push closer to 9. In the wintertime, it's easy to do 8 or 8:30.
Thank you for that, Tim Butterfield, throwing in a shameless plug there for Archer's Gate. And they're playing a show at the Madison with Tim. He's putting that on, so that's a good one. That Madison Theater is a cool place. I like it. I do. And Tim does such a great job with lighting. It's like being at a nationally touring concert there when Tim's doing lighting. It's really
He's great with lighting. Also, you are, Tim, you're phenomenal with lighting. Who was the guy that did the lighting for
Half-Life?
Half-Life.
I've got his name. Hang on, I'll tell you. It's in here. I put it in my notes. Cass Hembry, CAS. He was great.
Holy shitballs!
His
lighting was phenomenal. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get to all the comments, guys, but if you have something out there that strikes you, oh my God. I used to work in clubs that we'd close the bar at 2 in the morning and go to 4.
Yeah.
With the music. It was no.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that anymore. Scotty says, I hit my brakes to avoid running over a guy on a bicycle. Does that count? Scotty Bratcher, anything counts in your world, buddy, as long as you don't fall on the stage again. That's all I got to say about that. We don't want you getting hurt. Quentin says, I don't know about right, but I don't feel wrong.
Half-Life. Mike, were you at the last Half-Life show at the Bell? Because their lighting was phenomenal.
Thank
So
you,
good.
Courtney. Good to see you, Courtney.
Yeah. Talking about benefits, we're going to announce it now. The save the date for the Women Who Rock event, Women Who Rock for Women Who Rock. There's a lot of surprises as well that are coming along with this night. But save the date for October 12th, 2025 for Women Who Rock.
All day. Save your whole day. Save your whole day. That's a Sunday, right?
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
A Sunday. So nobody's got anything going. Save that date.
We purposely try to make sure, because we know that there's a breast cancer event every year, and we hate having to make people choose. I'm pretty sure Erica is the one who was like, the breast cancer events on this date. So like we do our best to not have people overlap on events, but it is important for us to do it in October because that is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month, and our event is for women helping women, and so that is something.
I'm looking so forward to that again this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's always amazing.
I'm going to be in Key West after the event.
Always amazing. It is. I'm trying to get to all your comments, guys. Again, we're asking you to pop in there anything that bands are doing out there to help each other or to help the community. Positives today. We always dwell on negative stuff on the show about things dumbasses have done. But today we're dropping in there some positives that bands are doing to support each other or to support venues. One thing I didn't mention earlier, I was going to mention too, Ceris, is the social media. There are bands who really know how to work social media and promote their events and bring people.
Yes.
That other bands could really learn from.
Yeah, that's a huge
what I mean?
one. That's a huge one. I am so incredibly thankful for bands who use their social media and promote, and not just promote the day of or the day before. Oh my God. Like they actually promote the way that I promote. I am just so grateful and thankful for that.
And by the way, the October 12th date, we'll be leading in with some shows on All Around Town Radio too, talking about that event. So make sure you are aware to tune in on some of those. Who knows who we may have on the show to chat it up. We've had some great people on the show for Women Who Rock. I mean, we've had Britt Lightning, we've had Julia Lage, and some of those folks. So it's been fun.
We've got a pretty good special guest this year too.
What else? Do we? I don't know that yet. You'll have to tell me. I haven't
told you. I just confirmed it.
Yeah, you should probably keep it a secret for a while. Let's keep them on the edge.
I will.
On the edge. All right, let's look at a few more comments here before we have to go today. Jamie Minnick, how are you? Thank you.
Hey, Jamie, been a minute. Be happy about what you do, period. I agree, Mickey. You've had a lot of comments today. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
And there's another example of people who have given. Brandy and Mickey have given to other people, and now it came back in return when they needed people and to be supportive of them. And I think that's just kind of says it all. The more you give to somebody, the more people show you the love.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really do. What do we got here? I did not hear that. So thank you, Double Forte Music. I did not hear that. I don't really get much from them at Southgate House other than any of the local bands that play there and put it in our list. What's Chad say?
What's Double Forte Music?
Thank you, Chad. They put together a music event and so on. If I'm wrong, tell me, but I think that's kind of what they do, and book bands and do those kind of things. Chad, thank you so much. That's a great profile picture, Chad. I took that picture. That's why I'm proud of it. And
it's beautiful.
I ranked up the other day in Chad's comments with Ed and Carrie, and I was like, wow, I've got star status now, being the same conversation as Ed Sawicki. which is a great photographer, by the way.
Yes,
And
there's
he
one.
mentioned
The amount of photographers that show up to take pictures of fellow bands, I think that's incredible.
he mentioned that earlier. Ed did, and you know how they work together. There's nobody in that group that I see that comes like in your place and shoots that has any territorial. I'm gonna piss on my spot and mark my territory type thing. You know, they welcome everybody.
Yeah.
You take your angle, I'll take mine. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the difference, like at my party, between Ed's pictures, and Ed wasn't even working that night. Thank you, Ed, for showing up, by the way, and having your camera with you. And then Carrie's pictures, they're totally different styles and totally different. You know, Carrie was more focused on the couples and the people and those kind of things. And Ed was taking the energy of the room. I just think it's cool. And the bands that give the photographers a tip or throw them a little something, that's another way of paying it back and being a good human.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me, it is. Women Who Rock event, Leah says. Yes, Leah, you need to be there. Save that date. For real, for wheel. For wheel.
For wheel.
What else you got, Karis? Anything today? No. I like it when you say
There's a like I said earlier, most of the good things that I mean, there's a ton of good things that bands do. It's just it all goes back to the number one thing, which was support each other. So it's just an extension of that.
I typed in my computer here just a second ago, things local bands are doing right. There's one topic that comes up with that, and the rest of them are, hey, local bands, stop doing this bullshit. That's one of them. Local bands, you think you're going to make it big, but you're not. It's all negativity, man. Every other comment or every other post on the internet is, you know, why are local bands doing these things wrong and all that? And there's one topic that says good positivity. So that's how the internet works, people.
Well, let's face it, guys. People thrive. There are a few that love the positive vibes on the internet and all of that, but there's a reason why those videos are made of people fighting other people and car accidents and all of this shit. It's because people love a disaster and people want to see what somebody's going to do or say next. So, you know, that's just why, you know, whether we like it or not, that's what people, they want. They love the drama. Whether they're in it or they just hear it, they love it. But there was something that came up here that I love. When I was looking from Timmy, not me, something that reminded me of something good. I can't remember it.
Thank you, Carrie. Gina, your photographer, your personal photographer, Tim, he's a pretty good guy too. He is. Brandon says he was shocked to see the photographers at the jam celebrating Scott. Thank you. It's just as important. Yeah, they're great people. They're great people. And Ed had a night off, a rare night off, and he could have easily put his feet up at home, and he didn't. And thank you, Ed, for that. And there's Doug Hall, my brother from another mother, says so refreshing when bands support each other rather than try to turn it into a competition. And Doug Hall is one of the ones I was talking about. You want to see a course in social media for a band, the Hall Pass Rock Band. Look at their stuff. When they have a show, if you don't know what's going on, then you got your head in the sand, because they do a hell of a job of promoting themselves and getting it out there to everybody. And that's, I hate it when bands don't even make an event, or we've talked about that, but it's just, you know, it's a good thing when you do. Yeah. Right, my love?
Yes.
So let's talk about what's happening at the Bell and the Bear this week.
Okay. Today, Vanessa and Joe are there. They're serving up the $2 PBRs, $3 Jamesons all day. Tomorrow is Rick Kern's solo show. It's the first Wednesday of every month. Thursday, we jam. Friday, the interns take the stage. And Saturday, Second Wind takes the stage.
Yay. Good stuff. And then do you have another rock event on Sunday?
I do not. No, that's probably done for the summer, unless I get two more bands that want to do it.
Okay. Well,
serve
what you did there was wonderful, and I saw some great smiling faces of those young people. Looked like they were having a
So-
great time.
I really appreciated everybody showing up to support those young bands. There was a lot of mixed feelings about it and a lot of whatever, and I don't really care. The point of me doing that was we get a lot of bands that want to come and play on Thursdays, and it's hard to make that happen. It's difficult. And there's a lot of rock musicians, younger musicians, and it's so hard for them to get a chance to play on a stage. And why have a music venue if you can't let our future of fucking rock get on there and experience a night to themselves? And I just thought Rob he helped me with it, like with his son. He was the first one to send in for Stuck in the Mesh. It just made them feel good. I threw them a couple of bucks. We put the tip bucket out. People were cheering them on. Ed came out and Nicole came out and took pictures for them, and they felt like rock stars for a night. And it was just really cool to see. It was just really awesome. I was really happy for them. It made me feel good. Yeah.
Well, back in my day when I was younger and playing some music with bands and those kind of things years and years ago, I would have killed to be on the stage at a place that's known like your place. I mean, as one of the quintessential music bars in Cincinnati, I would have killed to get on stage there and play in front of an audience. So, I mean, even if the audience was 10 people, I mean, it would be cool to be on that stage with the sound and the lights. And so that had to be great for them. It really did.
Yeah, I hope it was.
Good for you.
It was great. I loved it. I thought it's nerve-wracking for me to have anybody under the age of 21 in my bar. I'm just like a nervous ninny when it comes to that. There's safety. There's so many shitty things that could happen. And my heart just, kids and animals, if anything happened, my heart just can't take that shit. So I'm a big nervous ninny, and it makes me nervous, which is why I don't like it when underagers are in the bar. It's just a thing.
Thank you, Carrie. That was that sequence of photos you took, Carrie, was so funny. Thank you. Of the cake eating going on up there at our table. Carrison, hats off to you for doing that. Anybody that thinks that was wrong, screw them. They don't understand what these people do, and these kids that are striving to be the future of rock, who there's not that many of them out there. So, let's embrace it. Let's embrace it.
Find something wrong in almost everything, and I say let him.
The other side of things too that I'm seeing is, I had the conversation. We'll get out of here, but I had a conversation the other night with a guy that's a very seasoned sound man, and I have to be careful with my words here. I never want to call anybody old again. I will say seasoned, veteran, but he and I were talking. These guys he's in his 70s now doing sound, and he's still rolling equipment, doing all that stuff, and he's not going to do that forever. And we both talked that there's just not the young people jumping into that business because it's hard work.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, Mongo, Jeff, Mark Bransford, those guys, they've been doing it a long time. And when they decide to retire, who's going to fill their shoes? That's right. Scary. So hopefully that some of that'll move up.
Thank you, Emily. I'm so glad you guys felt comfortable in there. That's our home, and we were just so happy and honored that you guys wanted to play there, and you will 1000% be back on that stage, you guys. Like, Archer's Gate is part of the family. You will be playing that stage again, for sure, without a doubt.
Thank you, Brandon. That was funny, by the way. I believe that children are our future. Yes, they do.
Children are our future.
Are you going to sing?
And let them lead the way.
Oh, I was zooming in for a close-up there.
You know how much
thank you, Kevin Tolles. Kevin Tolles liked the positivity today. There we go.
Oh, Kevin Tolles likes anything. He's just a positive person.
If it has to have with you, I mean, that's what he likes. So we'll just leave that there. He's sucking up today. Suck up, Kevin.
Not even him sucking up. He's just
I know.
Sweet.
He is. He is a positive guy. I love being around Kevin. He's one of those people that makes me smile. He really does. Take care on today's positive messages. Okay, there. Take care. I think she was going to say. I don't know whatever that means. But thank you, Heather.
Thanks,
being
Heather.
here.
You're a sweetheart.
I love Heather. She's wonderful.
So sweet.
She is wonderful. Hey, that's all we got. I'm going to be at the Miamisburg Moose tonight. My moose antlers there, but I'll be there doing trivia tonight.
Is that
antlers? I got a round tonight called Get Your Z's, double Z's with an S. Like people are going to think it's sleeping, but it has nothing to do with that.
ZZ Top?
No, it's words that have double Z's in them.
ZZ Top?
No.
Oh.
But nice thought, though.
Yeah.
Should be on the playlist tonight.
Should be. Because of the double Z's.
Yes, ma'am. You're always so creative.
I'm just a creative person.
I'll be at Heather's on the patio tomorrow night to Name That Tune. You still have half a season, folks, to get there. Come play Name That Tune. Join Brandon Harvey's team. Chris Reese did last week. Had a blast. So
did he?
Come join Brandon Harvey's team and play with some musicians because it's always fun at Heather's on the patio on Wednesdays, 7:00.
Well, our volleyball is almost over, so hopefully we can get there soonish.
Yeah, if you'll lose in the tournament, maybe you can be there. Did I say that? Sorry, Kevin. But we'd love to see you guys again. I had a group from the Bell and Cincinnati come up early in the season. It was fun.
Yes. And who put that together? Kevin Cooper.
Kara wants to know a little sneak peek of what rounds do we have for Wednesday. We got one round called Tutti Frutti. All right, I'll tell you that. So keep an eye, whatever that is. Did Thor like Tutti Frutti?
Thor's having a hard time on the floors.
Oh, wow. All right. That's all we got. And Gina said that was so fun. Thank you, Gina. And 2 more weeks of volleyball. All right. That's one round, Kara, Tutti Frutti. And I will tell you the decades round at the end is going to be 2 songs from the 70s, 3 from the 80s, 3 from the 90s, and 2 from the 2000s. So there's your sneak peek, Kara, for Wednesday. That's all we got. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, and when we go off the air, sometimes this has been sticking on Facebook, like staying up and live, and I have to go to my dashboard and kill it from there. So we're not going to say a whole lot other than goodbye to you and get out of here. So thanks for watching, everyone. And what do we got? That Brandon says that's where he officially met Mega Miller too. Yeah, she was there. Thank you. And sizzling good time. Thank you. Sizzling is one of the words, Leah, for giving that away. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Karis.
Bye, everybody.
See ya. Have a good day. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is Dave Wade from Cincinnati's own Deviate, and you're listening to All Around Town Radio.
Thanks, Dave Wade.
What is that?
Where'd he come from?
What is that?
Let's do something fun. Let's do something fun as we go out here. You want to?
Okay.
Hi, this is Jamie Combs. I'm a local musician, and when I want to know what's going down, I check out All Around Town Radio.
All right. Hey, everybody, this is Kevin Cooper. When I'm not engaging in magical mayhem at the Bell and the Bear or playing any of a number of hundreds of other venues in the greater Cincinnati area, I'm at home, and I'm listening to Scott Hall on the All Around Town Radio show.
Hey, it's Steve from Mad Hatter. You're listening to All Around Town Radio with the illustrious Scott Hall.
You need to update that one.
This is Jim Cuesta with Deviate and Dreamboat Annie, a tribute to Heart.
That one
when
too.
I want to find out who's playing around town, I listen to All Around Town Radio.
This is Ray Renee from That One Party Man, and you are listening to All Around Town Radio.
And one more.
This is Kathy Laverty from the Bell and the Bear Jam, and when I look for local music, I tune in to All Around Town Radio.
Thank you, Kathy Laverde.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.